Greetings and salutations. Better strap up, mates, this one will be a doozy. Virizion at first glance doesn't look so bad, but then you realize that this game is not too kind to grass and fighting types, despite ladder-type dominance in competitive singles. Other Pokemon maybe would be able to overcome his typing with stats or moves. Unfortunately, Virizion is also lacking in this department. Only saving grace is access to Swords Dance. On level 49, way past the most problematic part of the game. Before we start, I must warn you, this episode and the next one will be kinda scuffed. Different reasons, but still. After those two things will get a little better, so stay tuned. Now with that out of the way,
let's rock!
Start of the game obviously will not pose any problems for our dear friend. So in the meantime, I will explain few things. I've chosen Adamant Nature for this run. Even if this choice creates its own set of problems, better selection of attacks is worth it. Not to mention ability to boost their damage with Swords Dance. Forced tutorial sequence goes as usual. Where was I? Ah, yes. As usual, I will catch Pidove and Psyduck for my HM mules. Later in future episodes, I will stop the timer doing the hunt to make it more fair. Sometimes Pokemon can accumulate a lot of time just from this one segment. Oh look, it's Alder. Second rival battle also will be a walk in a park I could just skip.
I'm joking! Stop!
Well, that was awkward. Oh, also, don't forget to go the wrong way like an idiot.
I want to die.
Without more accidents, I managed to save Doggo.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Just before the gym, Virizion learned Double Kick. It can mean only one thing. Easy sweep throughout the whole thing without even taking 1 point of damage. Let him savor this moment. It will be probably last time Virizion will get through a gym that easily. At 10 minutes and 17 seconds, we got our first badge without any resets. Seems good, but Virizion is already lagging behind, and I doubt it will change soon. Now we can quickly go and beat... The hell is this?
Nico, it's Roman. Let's go bowling.
Casitas wares, if you have coin.
Before the gym, better to stock up on healing items. Unfortunately, I'm not playing Steel type this time, and I need a couple of antidotes. With this out of the way, and with new strong attack like Return, we should be able to clear the gym without any issues. Let's go kick some punk ass.
Beasts all over the shop.
Her Pokemon are kinda tanky, so I will start by using Workup few times. It turns out even at +4, my damage wasn't spectacular. Also, Coughing was really adamant about dealing damage and used only Tackle, which led to my first reset. Maybe I would have better chance if he actually went for Smoke, which has low accuracy. For now, instead of banging my head on the wall, I decided to get those 2 additional levels to not be underleveled anymore. Luckily, just when I needed it, Audino spawned in a grass, which speeded up things a little. With 2 more levels, I tried again, this time with much more luck. Coughing really wanted to smoke me this time, which didn't work even one time. It allowed me to fully set up. Too bad I still couldn't one-shot her Pokemon. At this point, it didn't really matter, unless Scolipede crit me. It didn't happen, so I can claim my second badge. At 21 minutes and 14 seconds, Virizion got his second badge. It doesn't look good for him, but it cannot get any worse, right? In the meantime, don't forget to show of your phenomenal acting skills.
Serás imbécil, Jacinto. Todos mis antepasados son judíos. ¿Ah, sí? Pues mira lo que tengo. ¡Heil Hitler!
Go and travel to a truly wretched place.
Take him to Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit!
Then descend into a poison swamp area. Trademark. We can get here leftovers. One of the most important items for the solo run.
Let's rock.
This gym maybe is not difficult, and Virizion is in no danger of fainting. He pretty much resists everything those bugs can throw at him.
Unfortunately.
He also deals pretty low damage to them.
Ooh, that's kind of small.
I had to set up at random trainers at this place. It made it so tedious. Not to mention, the constant protects from omnipresent Swadloons.
I kill bugs dead.
It come to the point where I had to go back to Pokemon Center because I was running low on PP. I thought Swords of Justice supposed to have balls of steel. What the hell, Virizion?
Son of a bitch! There's only two ways this can end, and in both of them, you die.
Good news, everyone!
Swadloon attacks pose less of a threat than a poop-throwing monkey. To add even more salt into Swadloon's wound, our leftovers nearly out-heals all the damage. Thanks to this, we can easily set up for the rest of the battle.
It's clobbering time. That stuff doesn't look biodegradable.
Levani survived one hit, but just as Swadloon, it cannot deal any substantial damage to our musketeer. Even Dweeble's sturdy is not a concern thanks to double kick that kills him in a click of the move. I'm glad this gym went without a trouble. From my experience, Berg can be a huge speed bump for some mons.
I could do this all day.
At 36 minutes and 24 seconds, Virizion got his third badge and still fainted only once. Even if it's the worst time among those few mons I already played, it's not in the impossible realm yet. Thanks to our handy stab double kick, we can easily dispatch Coolris and avoid Terror of the Paralysis. For now. It's a huge shame that demons like Oberoguruma lingers in the one-game limbo. We as a community should do something about that. Let's make a mod to every Atlas game that turns everything into the Oberoguruma version of the Thomas the Tank.
You saw nothing.
Before going further, don't forget to heal. We are professionals here. No one will die because of such simple mistake.
I'm gay!
With full HP, Oingo and Boingo went much smoother. This time, instead of Virizion, our partner failed the challenge. Scrub.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
Oh, Elisa. You and your fun gym. This is literal hell for physical attackers. Even more so for those that are forced to use multi-hit moves. I hope you like gambling.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it!
Those models have got you covered. After this hellscape of a gym, it is time to face the leader herself. Bad news is her first Pokemon is a flying type. Good news is Emolga doesn't have flying type attacks. One aerial ace or acrobatics would spell disaster for Virizion, I'm afraid. We can easily set up on the Squirrel and blast it with strong neutral attack. It doesn't mean we are free from the static lottery, though. Despite the status, rest of the battle went quite uneventful. In this place, I would like to rant a little. Like, okay. I understand that Elisa is a model, and this gym is a fashion show, so they changed her design. Understandable. I'm absorbing all this information. But why? For the love of God. Why did they turn her into such a fashion disaster? Her look in the first game was so slick and neat, and here it's just... no. With Gooning to Elisa old design session behind me, I can focus on what is ahead of me, and it's not pretty. Those two feints might multiply in the near future. But before we do anything crazy, let's grab Cherry Berry from this Poke Ranger.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later!
Better safe than sorry. Backtrack here later would waste a lot of time. Oh, and speaking about wasting time, now the cursed triple battle awaits the deer hero.
Faster, faster!
At first, that battle didn't seem that bad. Virizion one-shotted Archon and survived Air Cutter with, it seems, more than 50% HP. It looks doable. Now we just need to beat Sigil, and he finished him up with the next Air Cutter. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. This time let's kill Sigil first. And he lost only 50% and Virizion got double targeted with flying moves. Okay, so I celebrated too early. We'll try one more time before I fell into a deep despair and start thinking about alternatives. This attempt went similar to the first one. One shot to Archon, Air Cutter dealing less than half. Next, Virizion and Sigilif trade blows. Musketeer dealt around half and Flying Totem finished off. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Virizion lives, and he finished off Sigilif instead. We had pretty scary amount of HP, but it was enough to end this fight without more resets.
That was easy.
In Driftveil, we can get good upgrade to our moveset. We just need to talk to this old fart in Nimbasa Pokemon Center to receive 10 red shards that we can spend here on Move Tutor. Thanks to this, Virizion can spread his seed all over the place now. Nice! At this point, there is not much else to do, so let's tackle the gym. Bear with me for a second with all those immature jokes right now, just like Virizion wants everyone to bear his children when looking at amount of seed spread in this poor place. After this ordeal, this place will probably be renamed to Goon Cave or something.
Stop it. Get some help.
Clay went smoothly like the rest of his goons. Few workups to offset the Intimidate attack drop were enough to clap his cheeks. Even this annoying torment was not enough to cause major trouble.
Oh my god!
I stand corrected. It actually could went pretty badly. I guess Excadrill likes it rough.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
With 58 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock and 4 resets, Virizion doesn't lag behind that much. It has better time than Meloetta at least. And now let me breeze through this tournament real fast. I really need that. Trust me, you will soon understand.
Oh no!
First visit on the Plasma Frigate gave me a little heart attack. Time for something. In hindsight, I'm not sure if it was a mistake or not. You see, I was really worried about Skyla. Every single Pokemon in her possession have flying-type move that probably is able to one-shot the Deer Musketeer. I didn't even attempt to fight her. I straight up went and tried to conquer the World Tournament to exchange points for hidden power. Electric, to be precise.
Alrighty then.
So, to get what we want, we need 26 points. 18 for hidden power and 6 for safeguard I decided to also get. You get points only after a win, so you need to defeat all 3 opponents. Your level is scaled down to 25, so you can't be over-leveled for this. Good news is Virizion is a legendary Pokemon, and opponents have a mix of not fully evolved Pokemon with like one fully evolved one. Doesn't seem that bad, right?
Let's go gambling!
Wrong. Maybe those Pokemon are on the weaker side stat-wise, but most of them has a good mix of strong attacks for this level bracket
Aw, dang it!
and status moves that can easily lead Virizion to his doom. My first attempt ended as you could expect. Not only I got toxic for my troubles, but after Scolipede, Roxy sent out Golbat. And of course, it has a flying-type move. Next one. I don't even want to talk about it. Then I met my nemesis, Archeops. This time I survived thanks to damaging him into the defeatist range. Too bad they are speed-tied and Virizion fainted the next turn.
Fuck.
But as I already started the farm, I felt that stopping now would be waste of time. And it's better to just push forward. Without knowing how hard Skyla would be without hidden power, or how long it would take to get enough levels to get past her. So I clenched my ass cheeks and prayed for no flying Pokemon, but my prayers will probably get lost somewhere in the post office, because I met this freaking Archeops too many times. And don't get me started too on the Golbats. This shit was really trying to taste my patience when I was just contemplating my life choices. It can't be.
What the hell is this? I don't get it. Why do I have to go through this? You didn't take me for.
ここまでか。
夢の終わりだ。
バカ！
まだあがくか。
それで終わりではないだろう。
もう眠るがよい。
まだだ。第666高速機関開放。次元干渉虚数方針展開。ブレイブルー起動。
The hope is not lost yet. You see, you can choose different rule sets for the tournaments. For example, in the basic Drift Veil Cup, you can join single battle tournament, but also doubles, triple, and rotation battles. In singles and doubles, you get 1 point for win, but in triple and rotation battles, you get whooping 2 points. As doubles and triple battle are pretty much out of the question. I tried rotation battles. I don't know if I had better luck or it was placebo effect, but I was certain that rotation battles were easier than singles despite one more Pokemon every trainer had. That was the strat, spamming rotation battles. Maybe I had better luck thanks to this, but still it took me over an hour to get all points I needed. Now, weaken without fear. Go and spank Winona Wannabe.
Foul tarnished. Emboldened by the flame of ambition. Someone must
This is where Virizion's high speed really comes into play. He easily outspeeds everything in the gym and smacks them with super effective hidden power.
This time's finished.
Also, it seems that gym trainers are not keen on using flying-type moves. So even if enemy Pokemon doesn't faint from Virizion's assault, they just waste their turn on something like Future Sight. You know what? Getting through this gym was easier than I thought. Maybe I really overreacted and it was doable without goofing around in World Tournament, so I challenged Skyla without a fear. Okay, I was maybe a little afraid. Afraid that I will not be able to one-shot the Swoobat, that's why I used Work-Up first. It turns out it was a big mistake. I should have seen this one coming.
Put these foolish ambitions to rest.
So did I find out if I can one-shot the Swoobat? Well, yes and no. I got a lucky critical hit that confirmed at least that I can do it with a crit. That was it for the acrobatic bat. Next was her ace, Melodic at home. Swanna. She takes 4 times damage from electric moves. It was an easy one-shot. And finally, Skarmory. Metal Bird is pretty tanky on the physical side, so one shot is probably out of the question without a critical hit. On the bright side, Virizion is a special wall, and only flying attack this Skarmory has is Air Cutter that uses his astonishing 40 special attack. We deal over half to him, and in return we took below half. Next turn we finish the Menace herself. Wasting an hour to get this hidden power paid off, but I still wonder how hard she would be without it. Maybe in future we'll revisit this challenge to get better result.
I shall remember thee, tarnished, smouldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear of the night. The hands of the fell omen shall brook thee no quarter.
At this point, Virizion cannot even dream about getting a finish time close to the Pokemon I did before him. Maybe at least we'll keep main game resets at a low count. I don't think like counting all the loses in the tournament. I wasn't resetting anyway, so I will throw him a bone this way.
I now pronounce myself the greatest.
Cancel that!
On the way to Drayden, there are a bunch of mandatory battles. Nothing too crazy, Virizion shouldn't have much trouble with them. First, there's double battle with 2 ace trainers. Despite type disadvantage, Deer Musketeer lost only half of his HP from Grumpig's Zen Headbutt. Rest of their team struggled to do anything. Get out of my screen, ace trainers. Stop wasting my time. Before we can leave Undella Town, we need to face our rival. Again. I thought there will be nothing to talk about, but my man got himself nice glow-up. His 2 first Pokemon are effective against the legendary Deer. Fricking Unpheasant lowered Virizion HP to less than half. Unpheasant! Of all things. After that embarrassment, he sent his ace, the pig. Here something weird happened. Instead of finishing Virizion off with a fire attack, he just used Takedown, which legendary Pokemon took like a champ and next turn finished off the second worst firefighting starter.
Back to the pit.
And lastly,
You serious?
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Oopsie doopsie. That was too close for comfort. I have no idea why I used Sacred Sword instead of Seed Bomb. Wanted to flex, I guess.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Next up, double battle against Zinzaline and his bestie.
Oh no!
Battle just started and I already got jump scared by a flying type. I was so focused on Golbat here that I completely forgot that Cryogonal is a ice type. Type super effective against grass. This didn't matter though. I failed to kill Golbat in one hit, which resulted in Virizion getting acrobatics to the face.
I'm die. Thank you, whoever.
Next attempt went much smoother. Again, I prioritized Golbat. This time he died in one hit thanks to critical hit. With him gone, rest of the battle is free. None of those Pokemon can really threaten our dear friend. Thanks to this, another obstacle is gone, and we can go forward. On my way, I got caught by a roaming trainer. It's just one Heracross, nothing can go wrong. Oopsie doopsie.
Oh, crap baskets.
Here I realized that I didn't save after Zinzolin and I had to fight him again. Luckily for me, this time he went for an Air Cutter and not acrobatics. And thanks to combination of lower power of the move, double battle spread move damage reduction, Golbat lower special attack and Virizion high special defense, he lost only half HP. And just like before with Golbat defeat, rest of their team crumbled to pieces, not being able to do anything.
Wait!
I nearly had a heart attack. Finally, we can fight.
The old man from scene 24.
Because definitely there is no way around him. You absolutely shouldn't use Surf or something. Fight itself is nothing special. He even helped Virizion by using Dark-type move on him, which triggered his Justified. Thanks to this, our dear Musketeer easily dispatched this old man and his minions. With that, we can cross the Bridge of Death. Just a little more and we will finally reach next gym. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's try this again, but without the whole dying thing, shall we? Oh, and look at that, easy victory despite the paralysis. Now we can go straight to the gym.
Heaven or hell? Duel 1. Let's rock!
I would like to say that this gym was hard, or I had to reset even on the mandatory trainers before Dryden just to make it more interesting, but no. It was easy and straightforward, even without any super effective moves.
Oh no, I'm falling!
To beat the gym leader himself, we just had to set up once with Swords Dance. With that sacred sword, we'll one-shot every single Pokemon in his possession. That confirms that bugs, birds, and flying critters are superior to dragons. With that easy sweep out of the way, I will just jump straight to the next gym, as there is nothing worth mentioning between these two places. Finally, Virizion can flex on Cobalion by easily beating Jim his steel compatriot struggled with. Virizion took some substantial damage only when I tried to conserve Seed Bomb PP. But even then I could get through this place without healing once. Most annoying part about Marlin is his sturdy Caracosta. You try to beat him fast and clean and this turtle just goes, nope. It also have Shell Smash, which is kinda scary, but not today. After one-shotting it 3 times, we can finally proceed to the Wailord. As it's water flying, I will just blast it with hidden power, after which it should...
Huh? Isaac!
Okay, this is embarrassing. Normally, I'm pretty confident in my ability to tell from which generation is Pokemon in question and what is it type. But then Mr. Whale had to come here and ruined it. For the longest time, I thought it's a water-flying type, because, you know, it's classified as Float Whale Pokemon. And it looks like a motherfucking blimp. This one in particular also used flying type move, so how? It's a mono water type. You know what? Screw it. The fact that it's just a water type makes it easier. I will just set up and let Virizion blast his seed all over him. And just like that, Caracosta went down, Wailord went down, and finally Jellicent went down. Just like it should have been during the first attempt. With all gym badges in our pocket, it's finally time for the last stretch of the game, containing some of the hardest parts of the run like Getsy's, Coolress, or Chantal. It's his chance to redeem himself a little by beating them with relative ease. Everything in its due time, though. And first, let's participate in Jolly Boarding. Don't forget about MacGuffin from the Coolress, though. Before we can kick asses of some major villains, we need to get past their army of weaklings. Holy hell, can those bats leave me alone for 5 minutes? Just look, one lucky critical hit put me in a critical condition. Okay, gonna end myself now. But before that, we'll finish this stressful battle where AI was toying with me, keeping me at this low HP, so I will cling to a hope Virizion will not get attacked again. Joke's on AI though. His overconfidence was his downfall and we managed to get through this unscathed. For reference, here is the fight with Zinzolin to show how easy this boss was in comparison to his minions. What? You to think only the last battle with grunts will be hard? If yes, then...
Wait! There's more!
There is also this randomly difficult double battle. I'm pretty sure this is the hardest multi-battle in the game. It starts easy enough, but both opponents has 3 Pokemon each, so we need to beat 6 Pokemon, 2 at the time where our second Pokemon is useless, and probably gone at the end.
Surprise, motherfucker!
And of course, one of them has a Golbat on his team. But just like before, Aircutter is too weak to one-shot the Musketeer. We can dispatch it fast enough before it will become a problem. But unfortunately, this flying menace is not the end of our problems. Next up is Garbodor, with a strong poison-type attacks and Scrafty ready to high jump kick us to death. Pokemon takes and Pokemon gives. Scrafty tried the high jump kick and crashed his sorry ass.
Oh, shit!
After which he tried again and...
exposed to a killing blow.
1 HP? I had 1 fucking HP. Holy moly. If not for the fact that Virizion needed just 1 more hit to take Scrafty down, it could be really bad.
Hello, motherfucker.
Apparently I'm unable to count properly. There is 1 more Pokemon to beat. We have 29 HP and a dream. Let's do this.
Bruh.
Truly, Pokemon gives and Pokemon takes. And now, grim reminder to pay attention what your opponent is doing. This grunt was a rotating trainer who caught me. It made me reasonably angry. I wanted to quickly blast through his team, but I failed to notice certain pop-up. Well, that is probably the most humiliating reset yet. Next attempt didn't went too well too. I had to stall with Swords Dance until he decided to stop using Destiny Bond and decided to throw Sludge Bomb at us, which, of course, poisoned Virizion. That wasn't a problem though. With all those attack boosts, he could easily beat the Coughing and his fungus friend. Okay, now it's time to tackle the first roadblock, Cool Res. Swift Safeguard protected us from dreaded Thunder Wave. He wouldn't be himself if he didn't do that on the first turn. Now it's just easy matter of setup and sweeping his team, unless you don't refresh the Safeguard on Magnezone and got paralyzed anyway. Virizion put a valiant effort, but with the speed reduction he got outspeed by Metang and blasted to oblivion with Zen Headbutt. On the next attempt, I didn't screw up the safeguards. This time instead, our health got dangerously low, cause it turns out Magneton can deal a lot of damage with his flash cannons. Too bad for him we managed to fully set up, and with this, there was no real chance for us to lose this. Maybe I lost a lot of time farming for this safeguard, but it's still super satisfying to beat Cool Res that fast. Hope the rest of the game will go that smoothly. With saying that, I will just skip to Gethsis.
闇の生贄にしてやる。ラーよ、天を前、炎まといし不死鳥となりて、ラーの翼神竜!
Oh yeah, first we need to slap the shit out of Kyurem. 1 Swords Dance boosted Sacred Sword is enough to take him down. Just ignore the fact he half-hitted us.
貴様の先に待ってるのは闇の世界だよ。それはどうかな?
In this fight, we don't need to worry about reapplying Safeguard.
バカな!
Only status move is the Toxic wielded by this annoying Coffin. Also, there are no sturdy Pokemon. So after 1 Safeguard and full setup with Swords Dance, we can cleanly one-shot the Coffagrigus, Electros, Seismitoad, Toxicroak, Drapion, and finally his frustrated Hydreigon. That felt great. Even better than just being immune to poison like Cobalion. Next stop, Victory Road. Just as I was praising Safeguard, I got trolled hard. I got caught by this rotating trainer. I see Emolga and I think, oh, I will just set up Safeguard to avoid paralysis.
Nope.
And this little fucker encored me. I didn't die, but my plan failed spectacularly. Not only I lost a lot of time, I still got paralyzed by this little shit. All of this for me just to one-shot his next Pokemon. What a rotten luck. It's not end of our problems in the Victory Road. Behold, Flying-type Specialist Mandatory Trainer. For now, I replaced Hidden Power, so here I didn't know what to use to deal the best damage. I tried Seed Bomb, which didn't even dealt half. And this broad didn't need to put Virizion to sleep. It was completely unnecessary, especially looking at damage this Flying Totem does, and fact that there is 1 more Pokemon for me to beat. Next one went the same, without the sleep part. So it looks like I need to rely on Hidden Power once more, if I want it or not. With this, our damage is much more acceptable. Problem is, Virizion took a lot of damage just from 1 attack, and we have 1 more flying Pokemon ahead of us. And it's Crobat, and it survived the hit, and it used a flying-type move.
Oh my god!
What? We are alive? I don't know how can you drop a ball like that. That's probably because she's a woman. Okay, there was no more surprises on the Victory Road, and we can skip ahead to the last rival battle. At this point, it should be just a formality. Or not. This might be a problem. Okay, this time I will not set up on Unfazant. Let's just beat him fair and square. And next is Mboar.
Here's Johnny.
Oh no. Maybe we'll use takedown like last time. No, he is in killing mood right now. Okay, new plan. I will set up on the turn rival heals his burb. It turns out that is the strat. One swords dance allows Virizion to sweep his team.
No, 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 no.
And I was just about to start panicking. Well then, with only Elite 4 and Champion left, I went to get a little more coverage options for Move Tutor. To do that, I needed few more shards, which we can get for losing in a tournament. After all this loses earlier, one could think I had enough, but I actually didn't get those I needed. After a short trip to Loser Farm and Move Tutor, I get back to Pokemon League, ready to kick some ass. Let's start with the hardest one, Chantal. I hope Safeguard will carry. This Cofagrigus loves his Will-O-Wisp, yet this time he just spams Psychic. Damage is bearable unless he gets a crit, which he did. In this situation, I couldn't set up fully and had to go with the sweep, with only 2 swords dance. As if 2 swords dance is nothing. As you can see, it wasn't enough, which means Chantal scored her first victory. Problem is, my current moveset is Safeguard, Swords Dance, Sacred Sword, and Zen Headbutt. I thought Psychic type move will be more useful than Grass, especially because we have a Fighting Elite 4 member ahead of us. But it seems that was a mistake. At +4 Leaf Blade, would probably one-shot both Cofagrigus and Chandelure. The only upside of Zen Headbutt is that burned +6 Zen Headbutt will 100% one-shot Driftblim, where with Leaf Blade it's a range. I will need consult Pokemon damage calculator more in the future. Oh, look, a miss. Great. Okay, to the next problem. Chandelure Flame Body. Reapplying Safeguard facing the fire Pokemon is risky, especially if Grinning Coffin dealt a lot of damage. Damage reduction is not even the biggest problem, but the burn damage. If we add Driftblim Aftermath, our HP can melt just before the finish. But, well, first we need to get to Chandelure. I don't remember what the fuck I was trying to accomplish here. Why I was spamming Swords Dance. Was I trying to stall to use Safeguard here again before facing Chandelure? Oh yeah, this crit certainly mattered. I'm still trying this thing apparently. This 2 tries went eerily similar, in a bad way. First I got hit with a crit, and in the second one Virizion got his special defense lowered. What the hell is wrong with those crits? This time I attacked at +4, which he survived. Crit again? Okay, never mind that, let's focus on the task at hand. I used the full restore turn to finish my Swords Dance setup, and then, finally I was able to do Safeguard and do the rest of the battle with low orange health. Okay, Chandelure down, now Driftblim. Holy hell, Leftover's heal was clutch. With Golurk down, we can say goodbye to Chantal and her spectral entourage. The second most dangerous next, Caitlyn. I probably would say that if not for Safeguard. With this bad boy, her Musharna can do jack shit to Virizion, who can just set up in her face. She can try to fight back with Charge Beam, but it's futile. Okay, Reflect is a little annoying, we can't one-shot her Pokemon anymore, and oh my god, don't scare me like that, you totem thing. With that unpleasant surprise and Reflect behind us, rest of her Pokemon crumble under Virizion +6 ass. Imagine losing to someone you have type advantage that easily. It's probably because she's a woman. Marshall awaits us in squared circle, don't make him wait, shall we? As always, I will set up on the beginning. 90 attack leaves a lot to be desired after all. Oh, Bulldoze. That's kinda annoying. I will kick his ass before he will manage to lower Virizion speed too much. Of course, miss. Well, at least we didn't take a lot of damage. And by didn't take a lot of damage, I mean that we took 0 damage. Thanks to Leftovers, of course. Next, Minshao, show me what you got.
Change the world. Bye-bye, little bad bitch. Goodbye.
He did what? That's bad. Holy moly. Somehow survived that one. Too bad for him, both Minshao and Conkeldurr fell after 1 hit each. Only left is Sog, who have Sturdy, and Holy Moly? Yeah, we are dead. There is nothing I can do here. Okay, that was just a warm-up. Next round. This time I will, like with Chantal, damage his Pokemon and use his heal turn to set up 1 Swords Dance. Thanks to this, we lost only 1 stage of speed from Bulldoze. Now, with attack on +2 and speed at -1, we can one-shot and... outspeed, everything. I hope he takes pride in the fact he caused us a reset where Caitlyn completely fumbled her battle. You know who will certainly not cause us a reset? Grimsley. Fast fighting type against dark type specialist. I wonder how it can end. That's what I thought. This is it. Final challenge, final opponent, the champion herself. Some sassy lost child. Let us try to set up first. Hydreigon's flamethrower barely scratched us. This will be easy. Oh, crit. Again? +4 must be enough then. And it was. There is no twist, no misplay, no accidents. It was cleanest sweep yet. After Hydreigon, no other Pokemon managed to damage Virizion. Even Haxorus with Focus Sash. Iris kind of feel disappointing after all this. And like that, Virizion finishes with time of 4 hours 32 minutes. Not counting the tournament losses, he accumulated 22 resets. That means that the difference between his time and the next longest time is nearly 1.5 hours. I wasted a lot of time at World Tournament, but if not for it, I would probably lose even more time trying to beat bosses like Skyla, Coolres, Getsis, and Chantal. Safeguard was crucial there. And to be fair, I liked it more than just leveling until I can pass through them with just a brute force. Saying that, this playthrough wasn't that enjoyable. Combination of Virizion's type, stats and limited move pool make him struggle even in most random places, and encounter with any Pokemon with a flying type move was like a lottery. So for now, this legendary Pokemon will go to the bottom of the tier list until something worse will not pop up. That's it for this video. Smell you later.
Here comes Daredevil!